Hey everyone, it's Steph from the NLE Real Estate Network, and I am so excited to share some good news. I have been working behind the scenes for the last couple months, almost 2 months. I've actually been working to get my life insurance license, which I'm pretty excited about. And this is going to correlate directly to real estate, so I'm not getting out of real estate by any means, so don't think that. I'm still going to be your favorite go-to real estate agent. But no, I started to think about this because I think that it's going to complement my business really well, and it's going to allow me to already help my past clients, my future clients, and all my friends and family. So the reason that I particularly got into this and was very interested was for mortgage protection insurance. So I don't know if you've ever heard of that or not. When me and Tyler first bought our home, our first house in Kent, we got regular life insurance. We were very young. We didn't know that there was a lot of options. I don't even know if mortgage protection insurance was a thing then or not. But basically, we just got a term policy that would, if one of us passed away, it would be enough money to pay off what our mortgage balance was with a little bit left over. So that's what we had done. But mortgage protection insurance is actually specific for paying off your mortgage. And there's basically 3 tiers to it, which I love. So I think that this is something that if you own a home and you don't own it outright, this is such a good thing to look into. And now I can help you with that. So basically, how it works, there's 3 different options. So you can get mortgage protection insurance that will fully pay off your mortgage in the event that someone passes away. So really typical to have a 2 income household nowadays, right? It's so expensive, especially here in Washington, to live. And so if tragedy strikes, you don't want whoever you leave behind, your spouse, your kids, to have to worry about not only grieving your loss, but also trying to pay their mortgage payment. That sounds terrible. So what this does is it would step in and it can completely pay off your mortgage. That would be option number one. So you can get enough protection that it will pay off your mortgage in full, so that then they just wouldn't have to worry about it at all. There is partial payments, so we could do half of what you owe, a quarter of what you owe. Of course, we would run the numbers to see what makes sense, right? Because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what that monthly payment is, and if your family can handle that or not in your absence. So it would just prepare them for that. So we can do full coverage, we can do partial coverage, or I think this is super cool, and it's just the bare minimum, and I think anybody can do this because it's super affordable. Is you can actually get mortgage protection insurance that just makes sure that your mortgage payment is paid for a certain amount of time. So I think this is just so valuable and so inexpensive. It's kind of like a no-brainer. Hey, Nick. It's kind of like a no-brainer to get it. And we can play with all of the numbers and things like that. But basically, you can pick 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, literally any duration. And you can say, hey, my mortgage is $5,000 a month. I want my family to be able to pay that for the next year. I don't want them to have to worry about paying the bank on the mortgage for the next year. And then that basically buys them time to figure out, okay, are we going to sell? Are we going to refinance? Are we going to maybe try and move some other family in to help with the bills? It basically buys them that time and peace of mind. And the reason that this is a nice option is because since it's so much less coverage, it's very, very little per month, like usually under $20 a month, to just be able to get some type of coverage so that you don't have to worry about it. I think that this is also really great for anyone that has older parents that are getting up there in age and things like that. They've probably started to talk about wills and what's going to happen to the house when they pass and things like that. I don't know how many of you guys have dealt with this yet. I've been very fortunate not to deal with this with my actual parents, but I have seen my parents deal with it with their parents, so my grandparents, and also some elderly aunts and uncles. And basically, in the situations I've seen, the house goes into probate and the family has to still pay the mortgage, right? You don't want it to go into foreclosure when it's in probate. So that would have been really helpful. I know that my dad had to pay my grandpa's mortgage for I think like 6 months before we were allowed to legally sell it. So just even that I think could give such peace of mind to where you're not leaving that huge expensive monthly bill for your family. So you can get full mortgage protection, partial, or you can get it just by month, right? So if you just want 3 months of coverage so they don't have to worry about it, you can do up to 5 years, right? Like it just depends on what the numbers look like and what makes sense for you. And you can always upgrade later. So I think everybody should start with at least that minimum. Like, buy your family at least 6 months, I would think, of time, right? That's not that much money, really. Like, if your mortgage payment's $5,000 a month, like 15 grand worth of coverage is 3 months, 30 grand is 6 months, just to make sure that they do not have to think about it. They can grieve you, they can start to make plans, they can figure out what works for them. And just not have to worry about it at the same time, because that's already going to be such a hard time. I would hate to be put in that situation. And so I think that this is just really, really valuable. And this is why I'm so excited to bring this to you guys. I am licensed in all life insurance products, but mortgage protection is really going to be my specialty, if you will. Or that was the point of me getting it, because I wanted this to complement my already thriving real estate business. I've really enjoyed growing my real estate business over the last 6 years or so. But now I get to go back and make sure that I can offer this protection to all of my past clients, my future clients, and all my friends and family too. And I think that it would be great if you do not already have this protection or you've never heard of it. It does not hurt to have a conversation. So reach out to me, phone number. You guys all know my phone number. If you follow me, it's on everything all over my page. You can private message me, whatever works for you. There's absolutely no pressure. I'm not going to pressure you to try and sign for anything. Let's at least look at the numbers, see if it makes sense. And see if that will give you a little bit of peace of mind for you and your family in the event of a tragedy. And there's all different types of life insurance as well, like short-term disability and things like that. Some people get those things through their work, which is awesome, but we can also take a look at how much coverage you're actually getting, because a lot of times employees think they're getting more than they are. That's one of the most common things that I learned going through this schooling the last couple months, is that people think that they have more coverage than they do. And what a terrible time to find out that you didn't have the coverage that you thought you did when tragedy strikes. So at the bare minimum, I can help you look over your current policies and see if you have enough coverage. Maybe we need to pair it with something, or change it altogether. Whatever that looks like, I would love to help. So I'm looking forward to not only being your go-to real estate agent, but also now being your go-to insurance agent for anything life insurance, and in particular mortgage protection insurance. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and there will be plenty of more videos to come, but I just wanted to do a quicker intro video so that people know what's going on. I did post some things on my social media, so I just thought this would be a good follow-up. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day.